Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the agents of Beastgrave.
And we're back in the Beastgrave with a very special battle. Today, I will be playing Hrothgorn's Mantrappers.
I'm going to be the Wurmspat.
Good morning, Agents of
morning.
Sigmar. I'm assuming you're watching this in the morning because it's should be going out first thing Saturday morning when the pre-orders for the brand new Warhammer Underworlds warbands are out. Pete and I are currently sitting in a freezing cold garage in the middle of Wednesday night, but we are going to be playing the Mantrappers and the Wurmspat tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting to play Nurgle.
He's wanted to play Nurgle pretty much since Shadespire.
Pretty much.
Because what I really want, maybe after Guard and Aurochs, maybe he's done something. We've been talking about it pretty much since then.
Yeah.
So he's going to play them tonight. He's very excited. We're going to play straight out of the box.
Yep.
All of the faction cards. So there's no universals. Obviously, you do get universals in the box. We're not playing with any of those. We're going to do a separate little video about the kind of ones we like, but it seems Games Workshop have changed the way they do things, and they're going to already throw them all out there, we assume, as we record on Wednesday night. Only the Mantrappers cards, Universals, are out, but I reckon Thursday all of the Nurgle ones will be out too, so we're not going to go through them all. We're going to talk about the ones we like, maybe the ones we dislike, maybe some slightly curious choices of cards that have been restricted and are coming back, that kind of thing. But that will be in a separate video. This video is I'm playing the Mantrappers.
I'm playing the Wurmspat.
And
we'll see you in the Beastgrave. Bye. Hello.
Hello, AOS fans. Here we are in the Beastgrave.
Oh, we're all set up now. Straight off the bat, full disclosure, we barely read the cards. We've only just stuck the models together. And frankly, we've put the boards like this because we've got some awesome scenery from one of our Patreoners, Milky. Do check out his Instagram handle in the description below, and I'll hopefully flash up on screen.
It's at Milky Paints, but it's Milkeh.
Yeah. And he's painted these for us in record time, and frankly, we just want to show all this off.
He does commission painting now, and if you're... Well, I mean, they look amazing, but the speed with which he...
phenomenal.
Gotten to us. I think we sent them to him last weekend, so Saturday, and then so less than 10 days later they were on my doorstep.
And that's including postage time and everything. It's frankly amazing. So thank you very much for that, dude.
They look awesome. We've still got our lovely donated objectives. So the board is looking amazing. The figures are looking a little bit sad plastic. So please, they've only just arrived. Yeah. So please, no comments about them.
They've only been assembled in the last couple of hours.
Not being painted and going off in a huff like some people did this week.
And we have barely read the cards, so again we are going with we're just showing off everything that's on here.
A quick note: I did assemble these today. A little review of the box, I suppose. The Wurmspat were pretty simple to put together. There's a couple of cracks I can see from here, but they were pretty easy to put together. They look absolutely incredible. Both warbands look absolutely incredible. I did find particularly old Frogspawn particularly difficult to put together. He had to put me in multiple bits, and I'm as good at putting models together as I am at playing at Grand Clashes.
Picking a winning deck.
So I really, it's not a aspect of the hobby I enjoy, the actual putting things together. So I found that the Mantrappers is a little bit tricky, but the Wurmspat went together much more easily.
They do look phenomenal, the models. But yes, we're playing this purely to show off everything that goes on, and so don't expect highbrow tactics in.
No,
I don't think any of you do anyway.
I picked this board to get as many blocked hexes as possible, so we can show off the scenery. I'm pretty sure you would never pick this board for
these
guys.
guys.
Now I've started looking at how they work, but we will crash on anyway.
Yep, I had to get rid of some cards already. I got rid of 3 objectives because I think these are more later round objectives. Okay. We've got Faithful Reward, which is scored in an end phase of each surviving friendly fighter is inspired. Don't want that in round 1. Cycle of Decay, which is score if you play 2 or more cycle ploys.
Okay.
And I've got Blessed Endurance, which is score immediately when an attack action with a damage characteristic of 3 or more targets a friendly fighter and succeeds if the friendly fire isn't taken out of action.
So the cycle ploys are a new ploy.
Yes.
And they're basically a new keyword on the card, and there are 5 in the deck. I'm not sure they're ever going to see the light of day in tournament play.
To be honest, no.
Some of them are quite nice, but it's certainly that objective card, isn't it? Because you've got to have 2 in hand at any one time.
Your chances
they're quite nice ploys. Pete will explain to when he plays one, but effectively they're slightly better than normal poison. They persist a little bit longer, but you can only have one going at any one time. As soon as you play another one, they go.
Gets rid of it, and it only usually activates once. So it'll be
Yeah.
like the next person who's attacked suffers one less damage or something like that.
But you know what you call these guys when they're reading cross though?
What?
Psychopaths.
Oh dear.
I remember my other Nurgle joke.
I couldn't tell. So we set the board up, we've got everything laid out, and we're going to roll to see who places first now. So the Wurmspat get nothing. Nurgle, why have you forsaken me? Oh, not much for you either,
No,
but
enough.
you do win.
So I'll let you place first because you're going to beat me anyway. You're having only 3 models.
I'm going to put Sepsimus Plague Swarm there.
You're going right up in my face.
Yeah, I've got no idea whether I should be or not, but they don't move fast, so I figured I need to keep my options open.
Okay. So I'm going to start with a cat attack. There.
I'm then going to put Golgok the Butcher here.
Whoa.
I can't decide which model I love most. They're just all gorgeous.
They are pretty great. Pretty great. I'm going to put these guys here. Now that is Lug It and Thwack.
Lug it and thwack.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it and tidy up. Fecular Flybrone. I'm going to put her there over on the side.
I'm going to put Quiv here. Actually, Pete, do you mind if I put Stop It and Tidy Up over here?
No, that's fine.
Okay, and I'm going to put Quiv here. And Bushwhacker there.
Who must be pronounced with an Australian accent.
Bushwhacker. And I'm going to put a big guy here.
Oh, he's pretty close.
Yeah.
He's big and angry.
I mean, I have no idea whether that's a good idea, but
We're playing it to show
We're
you
going
the
to say
whole,
we'll try.
whole
I
thing,
hope they
so
will be dead by the end of round 1.
We'll try and do them proud. So we'll show your cards and then we'll roll to see who goes first. So there are our cards. It's time to roll for round 1. And the Wurmspat get... Oh, 2 crits.
So you've got 3 crits. I basically need 4
Father Nurgle
crits.
has come to me. 1 crit. Oh, 3 singles, but only 1 crit.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what I'm meant to do, and I'm going to let you go first to give me more time to try and work out what I'm meant to be doing.
Okay. Yes, I haven't placed these very well at all.
Oh dear.
So for my first activation, I'm going to move Bushwhacker. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there, and then I'm going to use his reaction, which is after activation. If there is no friendly trap model on the battlefield and this fighter has no charge tokens, place a friendly trap model in any adjacent hex and give this fighter a charge token. If another fighter moves into, is pushed into, or is placed in the trap's hex, that fighter is dealt 2 damage and the trap is removed. So I'm going to put the trap there and not in front of my guy, because you can injure your own people with this. So here, I think that means he gets a move token and a charge token.
Yep.
That's me done.
Anything in your power step?
I am going to do nothing.
Okie dokie. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell. I'm going to attempt to cast Blades of Putrefaction. It's a 1 swirly spell. If cast, friendly fighters range 1 and 2 attack actions have +1 damage on critical hits. It persists until the end of the round, and it's basically friendly fighters. So you don't pick a fighter,
Right,
just friendly fighters.
Okay, so what does it do?
So it's a swirly.
Yeah.
If cast, friendly fighters range 1 and 2 attack actions have +1 damage on crits. Ooh, which could be good.
Yeah,
You
and
never
you're
know.
bound to forget it.
Yep, pretty much.
Bound to.
So she's level 2. Oh, there's a crit.
It's a crit, so it's cast.
So it is cast. So
Nicely done.
if I can remember it, I'll get +1 damage on crit hits.
Crit hit on range 1 and 2.
Yep.
One thing we didn't discuss at the top of the video, Pete, is how do you inspire?
So I inspire when 3 or more enemy fighters are either out of action or have 1 or more wound token. I don't rate my chances
So you're
of doing that.
Well, I don't know. You could kill the Noblars reasonably easily.
Well, true.
But 3 is quite hard because I suppose you've got some spell attack actions.
Well, at least it's not Nurgle's sacred number, which is like 8
7
or something. Or 7. Yeah,
Is it
7 enemy fighters out of
9?
action.
Yeah, is it 7? I think was it 9.
I think no, 9 is each.
Oh, 9
the eyes
is-
of the
oh,
9. So
yes,
I think
yeah.
Nurgle's 7.
Okay. Yeah.
But whatever it is, at least it's not that.
No, that's true. It would be pretty tough, wouldn't it? Inspire when all of the other warbands are dead.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Mine, for those counting, is an adjacent enemy fighter is taken out of action, and that basically is for all of them. So basically, Mr. Mantrapper has to take out of action a enemy fighter.
Okay, so for my first turn, I'm going to be sort of predictable. I'm going to charge with Golgot the Butcher. It's just going to go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hello.
I'm not sure what Nurgle people say. Or something, I don't know. So, 3 hammers for this man, and it's 2 damage. And if I roll a crit, the blades of putrefaction give me +1 damage. No crit, and no hammer.
It's not what you wanted, Pete.
It's not ideal. And in my power step, I'm going to play a cycle card. Nauseous Revulsion. I love the fact that this card has a picture of Fecula on it, and the flavour text on it is, "Oh, Mork, save us, that just ain't right." She's that ugly, even orcs wouldn't touch her. So, it's a -1 dice to a minimum of 1 from attack actions made by enemy fighters adjacent to 1 or more friendly fighters, and it persists until the end of the round or you play another cycle ploy.
Okay.
So basically, if you're adjacent to me, -1 dice.
Oh, you sneaky snooker snake. For my second activation, I'm just going to make a move action with Hrothgorn to here.
Frogspawn.
Yeah.
Okay, and anything in your power step?
I've got nothing in my power step, Peter.
I've got nothing either. So on to my second activation, and you've already sort of done me over here. I've only got one option, and that's to charge with Sepsimus. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to call him Sexipus from now on. And he's going to have a stab at Bushwhacker. 2 hammers and 2 damage.
He's got a spear, has he?
He has got the spear. Whoa, hammer and a crit.
Oh,
And that
so
means it's 3 damage now because of the blades of putrefaction.
I can't stop it because you've got hammer and
That's
a crit,
true,
so it's
yeah.
3 damage.
3 damage, he's out of it.
Who are you attacking?
I was attacking Bushwhacker.
Oh, sorry, I think you were attacking the thingy.
Hrothgorn, no.
Hrothgorn, okay.
So
So he is dead.
Bushwhacker bites the dust.
He is dead.
I'm going to play Stolid Bulk, which is the wife's nickname for me, on Golgot the Butcher, which means he cannot be driven back.
Driven back, driven back.
Driven back to me.
For my third activation, I'm going to shoot. I'll have a shot at the one with the big bladey things on the objective.
The big lady things.
Big bladey.
Oh, I was gonna-
Bladey. Bladey.
So the one with the big lady things is over here.
Yeah. Okay, so so I'm going to do that. So that's I'm going to use the trap launcher. So it's 2 swords, but I can re-roll 1 because I'm next to Quiv.
Oh yes.
So I will re-roll that hammer, and I will hope for a crit. I will not get one. So you can survive.
Yes, and I have just 1 shield, which I
you
do
get.
roll,
So
and I cannot be driven back
okay, you can't be driven back.
I cannot be
I
driven
won't
back.
drive you back then.
because he has the Stolid Bulk.
Oh yes, goodness me, I won't drive you back then. I kind of missed that, but actually I probably didn't want to drive you back anyway.
So your power step.
I've still got nothing.
No,
It's pretty desperate.
So my third go, I'm just going to pick up a power card right now,
Pick up a power card.
and that is actually not a bad power card to pick up right now. So that's me done.
Okay, is it my 4th turn then next?
If you've got nothing in my
Well, I
power
have got
step, and I
something.
don't.
I'm going to play Driven Onwards. Choose 1 friendly fighter that has 1 or more move tokens. Remove these tokens.
Ooh.
And I'm going to remove them from the old
Hrothgar.
Hrothgorn there. Then I've got nothing. So for my 4th and final activation, it's kind of death or glory time. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Oh, okay. See what you're going to do here. This might not
Charge.
end well for
Well,
Sepsimus.
it's probably going to be okay because it's quite hard to kill. But basically, it's 2 swords. I can't re-roll one this time.
No, because you've run away from Quiv.
I get 2 hammers. I'm going to play another ploy. In reaction to that, I'm going to play after this leader's failed. Oh, it's failed range 1 attack action.
No.
Stupid game. I can't read. Okay, well, I needed to do that anyway. I had no chance of killing him otherwise.
No.
So this has all gone horribly, horribly, horribly wrong, and I'm done.
You've got nothing in your power step?
No.
I'm going to play Steady Advance.
Okay. Pushes people up, does it?
And I'm going to push her forward 1 and him forward 1 to there.
Is it just 2 of them you can move?
Just 2.
Okay.
It's choose up to 2 friendly fighters,
Okay.
so up to 2. So you can use it if you've only got 1 alive and push each chosen fighter 1 hex. So I'm going to charge with Fecula with my 4th go. She's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. And I'm going to use her Stream of Corruption. And it's a range 3 attack, 2 swirlies. 1 swirl.
Are you attacking the ogre?
I'll attack Hrothgorn, he's the only one in range, yes.
Shield, so I do successfully defend, but you can push me back.
And I will push you back into that
lethal.
lethal hex and do 1 damage to Hrothgorn.
Well, he's got a charge token now, but it's going to come off in a minute. So,
And in the power step, I've got nothing to do.
okay, well I have nothing either.
So on to the end phase, and you went first.
I scored nothing.
Oh,
Scored nothing, despite having 8 surge cards. I didn't score any of them.
oh no!
I haven't got 8 in my hand, obviously, but there are 8 in the deck, which is something I don't think we covered. This is an illegal deck from the get go.
Only by tournament rules.
Oh yeah. I'm going to get rid of top of the food chain. Just try and show a different objective off. It's the one about this one is for killing your leader.
Oh right.
I might do it. I could do it in one go, but
You just never know how it's going to go.
exactly, and it's not going very well. And I'm going to get rid of boxed in as well, which is I've got to have 3 people adjacent to the same enemy fighter. Again, it's doable, but I am only down to 4 people, so it's getting harder. So I'm going to keep 1. Power card wise, I'm going to get rid of Living Avalanche, which is basically +1 damage. Fighters range 1 and range 2 attack actions, which is Hrothgorn. It's restricted to Hrothgorn, but I think I need to try and get some more cards out. So I'm basically going to take 2 of each.
Okay, so I've scored 1 objective on my side of things. I've scored Spread His Blessing. Score this in an end phase if your warband holds 1 or more objectives in enemy territory.
Oh, you do? Well
which
done.
I am doing, so I do score that one. On the other ones, I'm going to get rid of Fell the Faithless, which is score immediately when an enemy leader is taken out of action. Don't rate my chances on that next round. Might happen, but probably won't. And I'm going to get rid of Living Plague, which is a reaction upgrade. After an enemy fights a successful range 1 attack against the target, you roll a dice, and on a shield or a crit they take 1 damage. I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to draw up 2 objectives and 4 power cards. It's time to roll for round 2. Robin, you want to roll for the Mantrappers? Oh, that was nearly a crit and it knocked
It's just
off.
a double.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I think I'm going to let you go first again.
Okay. So I'm going first. I'm going my first activation. I think I'm going to have to shoot. I don't think there's any mileage in doing anything else. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to shoot with the Mantrapper. And I'm going to trap launcher at Septimus. That's what he was called.
Sepsimus.
Sexipus.
Sexipus.
So it's just the 2 swords. I haven't got his ally nearby to help, which is a bit of a shame. But I have got a sword and a crit.
Oh, well, I can't stop that, but I will roll the dice.
Yeah.
I do get a shield.
So what does that do?
When this fighter is dealt damage by an attack action, reduce the damage by 1 to a minimum of 1 for each shield in the defense roll. So, how much damage did you do?
I just did 2.
So it's just the 1 then.
Okay, so I
believe
do
you have a special ability.
I do pull you towards me, and I'm not going to make the reaction because I don't want you any closer to me because you've got a range 2 attack.
And it's a reaction, so it's
a
an optional
reaction.
thing. You don't have to do
No,
it.
you don't. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to play Gotcha, which is a reaction. I assume it actually takes the same window. Yeah, it actually occupies the same window, so I can't play both.
Ah.
Play this after a friendly fighter's successful trap launcher attack action that does not take a target out of action. Give that target 1 move token.
Oh.
So I'm going to give you a move token.
Oh, you what's it? So I've got nothing I want to do in your power step right now.
Okay, I've got nothing right now either. I've got nothing, no glory and no cast to play.
So on my first activation, I'm going to charge with Fecula.
Okay.
Just going to go 1, 2, 3 round to
do.
there. Just going to go after Quiv. So it's 2 hammers and 2 damage her attack, and I will use her Rotwood staff. Oh, crit and a hammer. That's the second crit and a hammer. So he's dead and I get a glory. But I have nothing to do with that. I'm going to play Unnatural Vitality,
What does that do?
which is a +1 move to friendly fighters. This effect persists until the end of the round or you play another cycle.
Okay, so this guy here can now move 4.
4, yes.
I have got nothing.
onto your second activation then.
Second activation. Now, I actually really want to miss this attack.
So here's another hit.
I'm going to shoot with...
Hrothgorn. Another crit and a... Okay, so I will roll my shield again, or roll my defense, because if I get a shield, it's -1 damage. Oh.
So you don't get a shield.
I don't, because it's just for each shield that you roll, not each successful thing. So 2 damage to him. Ouch.
I hate you so much. I just want to miss. It's ridiculous.
Do you want to pull him closer?
No.
Oh. Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay. I have nothing to play in my power step either. So on to my second go. And Golgok the Butcher does now move 4. And I know this might be silly, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to
go through the trap.
Trip
okay.
your trap.
Okay, so that's 2 damage. I'm going to score some things as a result of that as well. So you've taken 2 damage. I am going to score Dinner Time. Score this immediately when an enemy fighter moves into, is pushed, or is is placed in the same hex as a friendly trap model.
So you get a glory.
Yeah. I've got another card, which if I miss, I can push you 1 hex. So I was waiting to miss with that one, push you into there,
and then score.
And then score it. Yeah.
So you get a glory.
So I get a glory. Whee!
And a new objective. So now I'm going to resolve my attack because it was a charge. I might have said move, but I meant charge.
Okay.
And Golgok the Butcher rolls 3 hammers, 2 damage. 2 crits.
You're not really making any friends here, you know.
So that's 2 wounds to you.
Okay.
I will leave you put though, and that will inspire me. So all my fighters are now inspired.
Oh, because you've wounded.
I have 2 people are dead and 1's wounded.
He was already wounded, so actually you were already inspired.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Curses! I completely missed that.
You put you who was in the thingy hex.
Oh, well. In that case, what that difference would have made is that I would have got cleave on my attack.
Oh, right. Well, it wouldn't have made
really
any difference, would it?
No, not really.
Okay.
So, power step-wise, I'm going to play Blessing of Rust. Choose 1 enemy fighter adjacent to one of my friendly fighters. This chosen fighter's defense characteristic is now dodge. This effect persists until the chosen fighter is out of action.
It's dodge. I mean, we need little counters to start to change things.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Famed Hunter, which is restricted to Hrothgorn, but enables him to reroll 1 attack dice in this one attack.
I've got nothing else to play.
My third activation, I'm going to hit you with my rhythm stick. I'm going to hit you with my hunting knife, which is 2 hammers that I can re-roll a dice, and I've got a hammer and a nothing. Oh no, assist.
Single assist, which the cat does help you with.
Yes, so you do need.
Something.
You've got up to 2, so you need a crit or
he's dead basically. Now you do 2 damage. If I roll a shield, it does reduce it by 1 damage.
Well, so he would still be alive.
So he would still be alive, or I could do that. Awesome. So he's dead.
So he's dead.
Boo.
As a reaction to that, I can play this after an enemy fighter adjacent to my leader. Well, I've killed somebody adjacent to my leader, which means I'm all inspired as well.
Oh.
And so as a reaction to that, I'm going to play this after an enemy fighter adjacent to my leader is taken out of action. If your wounds characteristic is 4 or more, I heal 2 to my leader.
Oh.
That's quick snack.
So he's just
poor old mean eye. That monster didn't even chew. Rip a knock bad.
He's just been chewing on Golgok though. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I'd like that.
No, which does mean I score extra cunning, unexpected cunning. Because I score this immediately after playing a 3rd or subsequent power card in the same phase.
Nicely done. Anything in your power step?
No.
So on to my 3rd activation. I'm just going to draw a card because one's got a move token and one's got a charge token. I've got nothing in my power step right now. I'm very aware that Sepsimus is right there with Frogspawn looking right at him.
Okay, I've got nothing in the power step. So for my 4th activation, I'm going to make a charge action.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Yeah.
2 hammers and a crit.
So I need 2 crits. I've already rolled a double crit, so I don't deserve any more. No, just the 1 crit. It was close, but Sexy Puss is also dead.
Okay, which actually, the one I said I wasn't going to score, Score this immediately when your leader's attack action takes an enemy fighter out of action, and your leader made one or more attack actions that took an enemy fighter out of action earlier in the phase. For 2. Hunter's Feast. Power Step, nothing.
I'm going to put Fetid Shroud on Fecula, which means you can reroll one of her dice in her defence. Not that really helps that much. And that's it for me, because she's charged, so on my 4th go I'm just going to pick up another power card. And I've got nothing in my power step to play.
Okay, I've got nothing to play.
Can I run to the end phase then? You went first.
I have scored Butchering. Score this in end phase if there are more enemy fighters out of action than surviving enemy fighters. I'm going to get rid of, just so we look at some cards, I'm going to get rid of Extra Crunchy, which is a surge. Score this immediately when your warband takes an enemy fighter with 3 or more upgrades out of action. You might get some glory, but you've only got 1 at the moment, so I'm going to risk that. So then I'm going to keep the other 2 ploys, if I've got ploys. I'm going to draw 2 new objectives and 3 new power cards.
Okay, things are going horribly wrong for me in Nurgle land. I'm going to get rid of Seeping Rot, which is score immediately when a friendly fighter holding an objective is the target of an attack action and is not driven back. They do have to survive though, that's the key point.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of Strength of Devotion, which is score in the 3rd end phase if no friendly fighters are out of action.
That card it exists for a number of warbands.
Yeah.
And it's terrible for pretty much all of them.
Yeah. And it also doesn't encourage an exciting game. It's like sit right at the back of the board and hope they don't get to you. Yeah. But also, based on this other card I have in my hand, they're almost completely at odds with each other. So, but I'll come on to that at the end of the game. I'm going to get rid of Pestilent Deliverer because that's an upgrade for one of my dead guys. And I'm going to keep my 3 power cards right now, and I'm just going to draw 2 objectives and 2 power cards. Okay, so it's time to roll for round 3, and the Wurmspat get
just a single,
just a swingle.
Oh,
crits and stuff.
Yeah, crits and whatever they are. I think I'm going to have to go first.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge with the cat. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Meow.
And it's 3 swords with cleave. Hence why I thought I'd charge with the cat.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, I'm going to play Near Miss. Reaction. Play this after a friendly hunter's failed attack action. Push the target 1 hex.
Oh, nice.
I'll just push you to there.
Can push her anywhere.
Okay, and I'm going to push it there. So there is no lethal around.
Okay.
And that's, I'm not going to score that objective now. So my power step. I'm going to play Icy Breath. Choose 1 enemy fighter within 3 hexes of your leader, and roll 1 magic dice. On a roll of channel or a crit, you take a damage.
Oh.
1 channel, so that's 1 damage.
Blech. Okay, in retaliation to that, I'm going to cast Rampant Disease, which is basically roll dice for each enemy fighter adjacent to one or more friendly fighter. For each roll of a crit, they take 1 damage.
Anything you can do, I can do equally well. That's not...
Hey!
I thought you got a spell dice, but you did get a crit anyway, so... Is it not a spell dice? Isn't it a spell?
No, it's just an attack dice.
You said cast.
Sorry, yes, it's not a cast.
It's is it a cycle ploy?
It is a cycle as well.
Okay, right.
And it's adjacent to one or more friendly fighters, so if you've got like a lot of grots swarming a lot of your fighters, you could be hitting a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 1 damage each.
Yep. And back to you.
Yeah, back to me. I've got nothing at this point.
I'm then going to attempt to cast Rancid Visitation. If cast, each enemy fighter adjacent to the caster is dealt 1 damage. So it's 2 lightnings.
I wish I hadn't moved you now. What are the chances of that?
Yeah. Nothing for making a ranged attack. And then I'm going to try and cast Gift of Contagion. This is a gambit spell again. It needs 1 swirly. Okay. So you know I'm not going to roll that now. If cast, choose an enemy fighter within 3 hexes, -1 damage to a minimum of 1 from the chosen fighter's attack actions. And it persists until the end of the round or until they're taken out of action. Okay. So here comes the lightning. Yeah.
Your luck has turned.
Nurgle don't like me. I'm going to put Putrid Vomit on her.
Is that like a...
range 3 swords, 1 damage. Okay. And if you've got nothing else, I'm also going to play Fecund Vigor.
Cards have you got?
Well, I've played them all now. I've played every single one.
What does Fecund Vigor do?
Fecund
Sound
Vigor.
a bit rude.
It's you can re-roll one attack dice in friendly fighters' attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
This effect persists until after the next attack action made by a friendly fighter.
Okay.
The end of the round, or you play another cycle point. So this is another cycle.
Okay, so you basically you're going to re-roll on your next attack.
Yeah.
Basically, which is coming up.
Yep.
So that's Fecund. What Fecund?
Fecund Vigor.
Fecund Vigor.
So how many wounds have you got left there? 4?
4, yeah.
Okay, so I think on my first go, I am going to have a whop at Hrothgar, because he only rolls dodges now, doesn't he?
He does only roll dodges, yeah.
So I've rolled 3 hammers, and I can re-roll 1 attack dice, and it's 2 damage. Right.
The dice have gone home, Pete.
Come on, Nurgle. Give me your blessings.
It's a hammer, so
1 hammer.
I've got 2 dodge.
Yeah, you're going to get 1, aren't you? Yeah, there's a crit. Okay, and I've got nothing in my power step.
Okay, I've got nothing in your power step either. And I'm going to attack with Hrothgorn for my second activation. So have I got -1 down? No, you didn't cast that spell.
No,
did you?
didn't
3
cast.
hammers, 3 damage attack coming up, Pete. There's 2 hammers.
2 hammers. I've only got 1 shield. I can re-roll it due to her Foetid Shroud.
But you've got a shield there, but you're re-rolling it. So you do get a shield.
I do get a shield, so that's -1 damage.
So that's 2 damage.
Yes, because it's 3 normally.
Yeah. So that's pretty nice. That's a kind of representation of their disgusting resilience, I suppose.
Only so useful though.
Well, you should be dead
True.
if you hadn't just rolled a shield.
True, true.
So that is pretty good. So in the power step, I'm just going to put Desperate Parry on Nob. Then goes on any Noblar. Basically, you hammer a crit. It's basically soul. What do we call it? Soul trap.
Oh, right.
Soul trap for Noblars.
Nice. But it's on Noblar, so no one cares about.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, yeah, you can't put it on Gerzeg. And the other one, I have got something else. Sorry, I hadn't realised it's defence rolls as well. Rolls of it's Plucky Pair for those 2. Rolls of single assists or successes in this fighter's attack rolls and defence rolls. I thought it was just attack rolls. Which teach you to read the cards properly.
Yeah.
Or me read the cards properly.
Just you.
Yeah.
Okay. I still got nothing.
Sorry, I scored an objective as well earlier.
Do you read the cards
No,
at all?
I actually didn't read this one at all. Score this immediately if your warband pushes an enemy fighter that is not adjacent to your leader, and after the push they are adjacent to your leader.
Oh, nice.
I scored that one. Sorry, apologies for that.
I'll let you score that in retrospect, even
Thank
though
you.
you're thrashing me.
Thank you. It's
Not
about
that bitter.
time. I haven't won for a long time.
You haven't won for a long time, this is true.
Yeah.
Okay, I've still got nothing, so do you have anything left?
No.
Okay. So on to my second guard, I'm going to charge with Fecula.
Okay.
We're 1, 2 to there. I'm just going to have a go at the cat. 3 hammers and 2 damage. 1 hammer. I do realise I don't want to charge all the way to the corner there, I just want to charge to here. So 1 hammer was rolled.
1 hammer on the cat.
Yep.
So it's 2 dodge, but not attack dice. 2 dodge. Oh. I've stolen your luck.
You have. I mean, I did
Sorry.
roll those crit hammers all the start, but yeah.
Stolen your luck.
Okay,
feel
nothing in my
guilty.
power step.
Death or glory, kinda. I'm going to make a charge action in my third activation. I'm going to charge with Lug It and Thwack. 1,
You're just
2,
going to
3,
rub
4 to there.
just to rub salt in the wound.
Because they
She's
get
gonna
+1 dice.
She's going to get killed by stop it.
They get
entirely
+1
up.
dice, and I'm carrying surprising competence to score this immediately when a friendly Noblar's attack action takes somebody out of
Nice.
action. So I've got to go for it, I think.
Yeah.
So it's 3 swords for 1 damage with assists. Oh, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing at all. Yeah.
And I get a crit. Is there anything in your power step?
No.
I got nothing either. So on to my third go. I'm going to draw a power card. I've got nothing in my power step.
Okay, 4th and final turn. I seem to have turned my counter over already. I'm going to charge with Frog Spawn. So it's going to be 3 hammers with single and double assists, and you're trapped.
Yeah. This is where she dies.
Ooh.
I need that
3
crit.
hammers.
Or
I
she's
can
dead.
re-roll one.
You could, so you might get a
I
crit.
want
out
to
of
do
it.
because
You might as well.
Yeah, I might as well. Yeah, in case I get a crit.
No, 3
Hammer
hammers.
time.
So I need a crit or she's out of it. Hey!
Well played.
Unfortunately, that crit is too
I'm
late
going
in
to
the
play Ravenous
day.
Fury. Play this after your leader's failed range 1 attack action. Your leader makes 1 attack action.
Oh, leave me alone.
I've carried that since the beginning, and I've either
Hit
I think I've
yeah.
hit every time
Yeah.
actually. But that was when I was trying to fail. I was trying to fail because I had the one to cycle to pay 3 power cards.
Yeah. Oh, just one.
I'm going to re-roll one of the doubles.
Yeah.
Another
2 hammers.
So
I
still
need a crit.
another crit.
And I do get a re-roll on this. No. Need that re-roll. No.
You get -1 wound, but he's 3 damage anyway.
So she did.
Okay. Your last turn, I assume you're...
I'm going to pass.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, actually, I might as well draw a different objective.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'll get rid of Blessings of 3, which is basically it's basically singled out. Have 3 objectives on somebody.
Upgrades.
Upgrades, rather.
Yep.
So nothing in my power step.
Okay. I've got nothing. I've got no cards left.
So on to the end phase. What you score?
I'm afraid I scored momentarily sated.
5 glory.
Which is 5 glory. I didn't score anything else because the Noblars, it didn't take you out.
You got 13 glory.
Yeah.
Nice. I've scored Nurgles Garden Grows.
Really?
Which is there are no enemy fighters in my territory.
Funnily enough, I nearly went for it. I've got always moving. Score this in end phase if there's at least 1 surviving friendly fighter and there are no friendly fighters in your territory. I could have got everybody into your territory, but I thought I might as well go for the kill.
I'm not sure that the Nurgle specific cards are very good.
No, they're just not.
I had 2 third end phase cards. One is Nurgle's Garden Grows, and the other one is Strength and Devotion, which is Nobody's Dead. I also then had basically they have their own version of Supremacy, which is what I picked up. Which
So hard to
why would you do
score.
that? And I've got Chosen Warriors, which is a duel scoring an end phase again if there's 1 or more surviving friendly fighter and 3 or more enemy fighters are out of action, which I could have possibly scored had you not killed her and I killed one of yours, but again that wasn't going to happen.
No, my dice rolls in there.
And my very last card was scoring an end phase if your warband successfully cast 2 or more spells. So I possibly could have scored that because she did cast 2 spells.
Earlier, wouldn't you?
But that's an end phase card as well. It's not a surge.
Okay, so if you'd had it, you'd have scored it.
I don't think they actually have many surge cards in here.
Well, it's bizarre because I've got 8, which really helps in this matchup because you've got 3 that are almost impossible to score.
They have 3 surge cards in total. And those surge cards are basically take 3 damage and not die from a single attack.
Did you do that today?
No, well, I might have. No, probably
No, I don't
not.
think you did actually.
Because you've got to take 3 damage.
Yeah. I
The
think by
next
the time
one-
I was dealing 3, you'd taken damage.
The next one, which I was hoping to score and didn't, which is be the target of an attack action whilst holding an objective and not get driven back. Not that easy again. And the last one is score immediately when an enemy leader is taken out of action. So their objectives are a bit pants.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah,
if
enemy
I'm
leader
honest.
out of action, especially in this matchup, is not.
Yes,
no
yeah,
idea.
especially this matchup. I could have possibly done the others. They're squishier than I thought they would be, and I think my main mistake, I mean, we're not trying to be tactical in this one at all, but my main thing that I possibly wouldn't have done in a proper game is I wouldn't have charged through the trap willingly. I would have possibly done something else, gone after something else, or something else.
No, because that really helped me.
Yeah.
There were 2 things. Well, it helped me mainly because actually you gave me some glory, helped me cycle through my cards, gave me more glory because I had to cycle through the card objective, and you stood next to me, which meant that when I killed you, because you were weaker, I then inspired.
Yes,
So
I
you
completely
almost-
forgot about that one, but
Yeah,
I wanted to
yeah.
get next to you because I had the one which is if someone's next to me, the Blessing of Rust, which is you then only roll
Yeah,
dodges.
well, you used that on me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, not that it helped in the end, but
No.
I'm not sure. I would take many of the Nurgle objectives. To be honest, I'm not sure if I take any of the Nurgle objectives. If I'm honest, I think they've got possibly one of the worst sets of objectives for a warband. They're pretty poor. There's a few in there, but they're not great for the most part. They're nearly all end phase. They've got 2 third end phase cards. I mean, which other
And
warband has?
supremacy.
Yeah, which other warband has 2 third end phase cards?
Oryx might, I think. And they're
Possibly,
rubbish.
yeah.
I can't remember if they do, but they have rubbish ones.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and compare it with. That's a bit of an odd game balance thing because you compare it with these guys who've got 8 surge cards, which is just silly.
Yeah. And it's weird because you've got the one which is you have 3 guys alive at the end, which encourages you to play back in your half. But then one of the other cards is none of your no enemy models in your half. Well, you can't do that if you're trying to stay away from them because they're just going to be after you. So those two don't work together at all.
No. So this has got scoreless immediately if your warband pushes an enemy fighter that is not adjacent to your leader, and after the push they are adjacent to your leader. That's pretty nice with distraction and what have you, and just pushing generally. Because we can pull you towards you with the Mantrap. I think it's quite interesting. I found it very frustrating at the beginning, though I did keep hitting actually. But the trap launcher.
Found it very frustrating that I kept hitting.
well, that was frustrating because but it's like 2 swords. It's not that reliable. 2 swords. It's 2 damage.
No. But you did roll crit sword twice, I think.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's quite funny because I desperately wanted to miss. But it's interesting. It's quite hard to use. I think it's going to take some practice and there'll be people who are out there who are far better at positioning than I am. But I don't think you want the trap next to Hrothgorn, because if you put it next to him, you immediately run the risk that someone will distract you into it, and the trap is destroyed, and you take 2 damage.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. But as soon as you put it away from you, you've got to get you've either got to basically sacrifice.
You've got to get your angle right, haven't you?
Sacrifice Bushwhacker because he's pretty much dead if he's away from you, and then you've got to be in a position where you can, because I found that you very quickly moved your fighters to a position where I couldn't pull them into the trap because you can only pull them towards you,
or you have to wait until your opponent has already committed a charge. But then you still have a 2-round setup because you've got to move Bushwhacker into position to place the trap, and then you've got to use him. But it could possibly be 4 damage. So it has the potential to be.
Yeah, I mean, you can have the
there's
a couple of reroll opportunities. So if you've got Quiv behind him, he's re-rolling. So 2 swords with a reroll is quite a lot more reliable.
Yeah.
But I almost think you're looking at a bit of pull and a bit of card
shenanigans
to get them in there.
It could be or like a centre of attention or something like that.
Yeah, a mirror move, anything that can like just. But I mean, maybe I should, in a different matchup, you put it on an objective, because Grimwatch or immediately makes Swift Capture or anything like that harder to score. The last card that I didn't score, Arm of the Everwinter, which is score this immediately when your warband removes a feature token from the battlefield or flips a feature token. And because I didn't get through very many upgrades, I didn't get the one that enables you to flip a token. So you've got Frozen Earth, pick a feature token and a hex that contains it's adjacent to Hrothgorn and destroy it. They've also got Veteran Hunter, which is, I hadn't seen this action, draw up to 2 power cards.
Oh, nice.
Which is pretty good. So but it's restricted as an action. It's restricted to Noblar or Hrothgorn, so the cat can't do it.
But everybody else can. It's not bad.
No.
You have that in the first round.
You have to use an action.
Yeah, true. But at the very start of your round, if you're after some shenanigan-y cards and you maybe don't want to commit straight away, it could be very useful.
You've got push Noblars up to 2 hexes.
Yeah,
which is quite good. And more traps. Pick 1 feature token in a hex that contains or is adjacent to a friendly Bushwhacker and flip that token. So that's pretty nice.
I'm struggling to find really good cards in the Nurgle deck. There's a few upgrades. Like there's one for either of your 2 main fighters, which is reroll 1 attack dice for their range 1 and 2 attacks. There's a few cards in it, but I'm not sure I'd take any of the spells. Possibly Gift of Contagion, which is the -1 damage on a chosen fighter till the end of the round or they're taken out of action.
If you time that right, it could be good.
Possibly. There's Rancid Visitation, which is two lightnings. If cast, each enemy fighter adjacent to the caster's dealt 1 damage. Again, that might not be too bad, but it's only 1 damage. And I never like things where it's spreading damage around people.
Focusing is better.
Yeah, exactly. Although these guys do, I can't work out if they do better doing lots of single wounds to people to inspire, or just concentrate on burning people down and killing them. But there's not masses of cards in here that I would ever consider taking, really, if I'm honest. And yeah, I think they might. I mean, someone's going to take them to a Grand Clash now and win with them using nothing but the Nurgle cards, and they'll expose the meta-breaking awesomeness for what they really have. But to me, those cards don't seem that impressive.
You certainly didn't have very many tricks. You did reel off a few spells.
Yeah.
You failed most of the rolls, but you did, and that was quite nice. The rusting one's quite nice.
That might be one that I might consider taking because reducing someone from a shield to a dodge is handy.
Most of certainly the meta defining warbands all roll dodges.
That is true.
Much. So
that is true.
It's a card that I would generally not take because it only has one utility and it's useless in certain matchups.
Yeah, and I mean she still only rolls one shield when she inspires. She can get a re-roll from an upgrade. I might take that one on her possibly. The other two do start to hit like trucks once they're inspired because they're rolling 3 hammers and 2 damage with cleave, or 2 hammers with 3 damage.
That's pretty good.
Again,
Hrothgorn's hunting knife, 3 hammers, 3 damage.
Ouch.
I mean I think that's better than Monarch. As I think we said in the live chat, it's more accurate.
Yes,
and
you want
get
accuracy.
Damage bonuses.
Damage
and actually
bonuses
most things, it kills most things off the bat. And even with great strength or something, that's nearly everything in the game dead.
The one thing that these guys obviously have that's on their side is every shield you roll reduces the damage
and
by
you
1.
rolled a few shields today.
Yeah.
And I think maybe in a different matchup, it would have been...
Yeah, people throwing around 2 damage attacks, that could make a lot more of a difference.
But obviously I'm dealing 3, and you walk through the trap. Which I think...
that's possibly where the tide turned on that one. I'm not sure.
I think I was stymied. I was getting frustrated over here. I couldn't do anything. I mean, I might have killed you had you not. I might have killed the other guy had you not done that.
Yes.
Because he was close to being
He
killed.
was near a death
still
anyway.
Had the re-roll. So I might have killed you. But actually, that's what was quite frustrating when I was saying I kept hitting. I did hit, but you kept rolling shields. So I'm only doing 2 damage. I couldn't move you to where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
But I wasn't failing my attack, so I couldn't re-roll the dice to get a better attack. And I needed to cycle those ploys.
And you want to use those ploys as well.
It is quite an interesting mechanic. I think it feels to me like they've got that bit right, because it's perfectly Nurgle, that kind of disgusting resilience type mechanic, but I don't think it's OP. It's kind of
it's a handy thing to chip away at the damage that you would be taking and making you a little bit more.
I think it's quite balanced because people take those -1 damage cards a lot.
Yeah,
and to have that all the time would be too much. But you've got a little random factor.
Yeah.
Makes it worthwhile, and of course it's no good against splash damage, is it? Because it's only when you make a defense roll.
Yes, spells and stuff like that, ploy, gambit spells and stuff. Yeah, they're not going to count. So there are ways to get around it, but you've got to be aiming for those ways to get around it. So I'm not. I mean, I don't care how bad they are. I love them. I'll love them forever. So, but I am interested to try and work out what's going to be a good play style for the Nurgle, because I don't think it's just all out offense.
No, I think you've got to have a little bit of control.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Chatting Crit, the podcast from the Steel City Underworlds guys, and they've been talking about aggro warbands in the latest edition.
Yeah.
And they talk about in there about a bit of control at the beginning, starve your opponent from glory, make them come to you to try and I don't know what you do if you're playing non-aggro, but it kind of if you basically take things to stop them and try and get your own glory going before you attack. I think that's what you've got to do. If you go in, if you dive straight in with these guys, you're going to die.
Possibly, yes.
And that's often the problem with three warband.
3-fighter warbands.
The problem with it is in the current meta, if you stand off, if you're playing the Grimwatch will just merrily
just start churning glory out.
Yeah, start getting that glory printer going.
I think you need to possibly take some or some objective destroying cards with these guys to run in, jump on objectives and get rid of some.
You could take the spell one. And then some of the spell, because you could take some of the spell surge cards that are there's quite a few new ones that are potentially useful to get that glory going, because she's quite a tough wizard.
Yeah, she's got four wounds and 1 shield.
Yeah,
she's not the toughest. I mean, Vortimus is tougher than that.
Well, he's dodge.
He's 2 dodges when he's inspired.
Does he have 3 damage or 4? Does he inspire to 4?
I think he's 4 wounds.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he is.
He might be.
And she only does 1 damage on a ranged spell, even when she's inspired.
Better, is he?
She rolls 3 hammers, 2 damage when inspired.
She's got the reduced mechanic. She
does, yeah. So that's there's a chance for that to go off. Although it is only shields, it's not shields and crits, so it's only 1/3 of the time. But yeah, that could help make her a bit more tanky, especially if you've got like a sudden growth in there or that kind of thing. Do let us know in the comments below, as always, if we've missed anything out.
I think there probably are. There's a lot of new
I mean,
interactions.
your warband's got a lot more funky things going on than my warband does.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we say, we were just play testing these. We were just showing them off to show you as many cards as possible and the mechanics. And we certainly weren't going for tactical glory here.
No, just because I won.
I let him win. I deliberately charged through that hex.
That's the first second game in 13 I've won or something. So
It is,
thank
yeah.
you very much for charging through that.
I don't care if you did. I'm still taking it.
A win's a win.
Exactly.
The record will show that I won. Nobody will remember.
Except me, because I'm getting it tattooed on my arm.
It's not what I thought you were going to say then.
Oh, well, I thought I'd just keep you on your toes. And I don't care if they're rubbish, and I don't care if the Nurgle Warband has a playstyle that I hate. I love them. I love the Nurgle models,
I think you should totally build you should talk to Andrew and totally build a Nurgle wizard spellcaster deck.
That might be the way they go, because the other two guys are fairly tough.
Yeah, I mean, they're much better than Vortimus.
That's true. They could just stand there and just take punches to the face while she maybe does all the
talk to Andrew about his ravenous flame and his method in the madness and all that kind of stuff. I reckon she could swing it.
And she's a level 2 caster off the bat as well. So maybe there's some legs in that. Mazik's many legs, maybe.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, we'll see you soon in the Beastgrave. Bye.